Welcome back, Commander.
He who controls the past commands the future. He who commands the future conquers the past.
Please stand by.
Command and Conquer Remastered Collection. Is it worth a buy? Is it? Let's read the words of the developer. Command and Conquer and Red Alert are both remastered in 4K by the former Westwood Studios team members. Includes all 3 expansions, rebuilt multiplayer, a modernised UI, map editor, bonus footage gallery, and over 7 hours of remastered music. It's finally here, guys. It's finally here. I've been playing this pretty much non-stop since it dropped. We'll have a quick look at the graphics first. There's hardly any options. It's mainly resolution options with a couple of other bits and bobs just chucked in there, so nothing really to see. But the graphics have had a huge overhaul considering what it was when I played this on DOS back in, what was it, 95? I thought it was even before 95, but that's what it says, so that's what it says. These are the graphics from 95, and these are the graphics from 2020. I mean, the new graphics just look fantastic. I love the style of them. They just really preserve the Command and Conquer theme with it. Even better than the graphics though, guys, is the remastered music. I mean, this game has one of the best soundtracks. When I say this game, we're talking Command and Conquer and Red Alert, because you get them both with a load of the add-ons with them as well, including the console ones where you're fighting the dinosaurs and shit like that. And if you want that one, simply click the 4 nuts on the UI and it'll unlock them for you. So there you go. But yeah, it's got all the music redone, remastered from Command & Conquer Red Alert. There's hundreds of tracks, absolutely phenomenal score to this game. Just awesome, absolute Mechanical Man, March to Doom, just so many to name, guys. But let's get into what you're really here for, the actual game. Now, I'm always going on about how games used to be better than they are today. Not as technological, obviously, but they were just better. And this is going way back to the beginning of the RTS. This was the first, well, it was the second RTS I ever played. Dune 2 was the first, which was fantastic. I would love to see a remaster of that. But this was better than Dune 2, Command and Conquer, and then I played Red Alert after that. 2 fantastic games back in 1995, and they've been remastered today so you can all enjoy them. And I just want to say some of the things that make these games great. I mean, the first thing that really struck me was the map design. Again, way better than modern day RTS maps. I don't know what's wrong with people today. They can't make bloody maps. These were just so well done. Some of the missions were so bloody tough. You kind of, playing modern games, you get dumbed down, and when you play an old game, it's like, fucking hell. You know, this is hard. I mean, I got my ass whooped a few times playing this. I mean, I'm not used to the amount of multitasking that I had to do in this compared to modern RTS. I mean, maps where you're on one island, they're on another island, and you have to build landing craft to get across there. You're getting harassed by the Air Force as well. And another good thing I like about this is nearly every mission at the start you get attacked straight away. So you're like on the back foot immediately, and you've got to get that foot in, the foothold rather, to just get your base established. And some of the missions I've had to restart in the first 10 minutes because I just got pretty much overwhelmed. I mean, I'm not playing it on easy. Easy would just be shit. Playing it on medium and playing it on hard, it's fucking great, guys. I've played pretty much all the way through Command & Conquer GDI mission. Same with the Red Alert Allies mission. I've played a bit of Nod and a bit of Russia as well. I've been hammering it, guys, just to relive some of the old times, and I've had such a good time with this. Another thing, guys, that I really like about this game is they've added not only the remastered music and the updated graphics, but they've added some options that you can have that are in modern RTS games that weren't in Command & Conquer back in the 90s, such as just pressing the right mouse button to move. I mean, it was all left mouse button back then, and now we've been kind of brainwashed into using right mouse button, which is just better. So it's a nice touch what they've done. But guys, this is a review. This isn't a nostalgia video gushing over the 90s. This is a review to see if this game is worth a buy right now in 2020. We're not in 1995 anymore. Now, unfortunately, guys, I have to say that there are some big problems with this game. Problems that I really didn't expect to be seeing in 2020. But I remember having these problems in 1995, and this is how you've got to look at this with your head. You've got to kind of remember that when this game was made in 1995, it was pretty much groundbreaking. I mean, obviously we'd had Dune 2 beforehand, but the developers, Westwood Studios, who were one of my favourite all-time developers, and what Electronic Arts did to them was fucking criminal. In my opinion anyway. All the bad stuff that was in there has been brought through as well, and I was kind of a bit shocked. I thought that they would have at least addressed some of the glaring issues that I remember from this game in 1995 or whenever the hell it was. Pathfinding. Pathfinding was atrocious in this game when I got it, and I remember being frustrated many a time with pathfinding, as well as telling a unit to do something and it was just like, alright, you want us to go and attack them? Alright, go f*** yourself. Go on, attack him. No, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just drive past him. And yeah, a lot of the times you have to double click again and again and again just to get a unit to obey you. They'll get stuck on rocks. The pathfinding, like I said, is awful. I mean, my harvester on this particular map was traveling from the north to the south every 30 seconds, and every single time he went the wrong fucking way, and it was so frustrating because what happens is you end up having to micromanage pretty much every unit. You can't just select a group and say go and attack that, because one will attack it and the rest, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes they'll just do a drive-by. You know, it's crazy. And so I found that micromanaging maybe smaller groups was the way forward, but these things could have been fixed, but haven't been fixed. And this is a problem, because if you're going to remaster a game, don't remaster the shit as well. Remaster it, do your graphics, yes, do your music, yes, and your sound, but fix the things like pathfinding. I'm pretty sure they could have done that. So bear in mind, if you do buy this, you're buying the shit that comes with it, which isn't really good in 2020. But having said that, guys, having said all that, there's shit tons of content, shit tons of maps, and a lot of the maps work great, and there's not a lot of pathfinding issues on them. It just depends on the actual map that you get. And if you're playing in skirmish mode, which is huge, the skirmish mode, and you can set it up so easily now. It's the whole UI's been redone. It was such a pain in the arse to set up games back in the 90s. Now it is a doddle with the way they've redone the entire UI for this. Skirmish matches is just, it's all been brought up to date, the whole interface of this game and how you do things. It's just the gameplay has been left pretty much the same, bar a few different commands that you can do. But again, just kind of come back to something as well. Why didn't you add attack move? Attack move is essential. Attack move is essential in an RTS game, and it wasn't in it back in 95, but it did get added in a later Command and Conquer game, but it wasn't present in Red Alert or Command and Conquer. So again, that could have easily been added, but it wasn't. And these are frustrating things. Thankfully, it's got full mod support, and I'm hoping that some mods come out just for an attack move, or maybe fix a bit of the other things that need sorting out in the game. Guys, map design is great, the skirmish mode is great, the campaigns are fantastic, the FMV of the cutscenes is just hideously awful, but I still enjoyed all of them. I never skipped a cutscene. They were still good to watch. Just memories, guys, so many memories of this. I think it was on DOS 6 that I was playing Command and Conquer, and it was just awesome watching it, and it took me back. It really did, and I've had a blast playing it. If you're not interested in the nostalgia and you're just picking it up to play now, it's still worth buying. I mean, for the price and the amount of content you get, and so many of the maps are fine with the actual units, just some of them aren't. But it's just a shame. It could have been better. How many times do I have to say it could have been better? You know, it just could have. But it is what it is. And I hope to goodness that when they release the rest of the Command and Conquer, and I hope they do, especially generals, I hope they don't just import the bullshit with it, because one of the big problems with generals was it had a bit of a memory problem if you had too many units, which totally screwed everybody in multiplayer. So I hope they kind of fix that and don't just say, look, hey, there's the graphics lol, there's the sound lol, there's the UI. spend a bit more time to just get the other things right, just add the little things. Just attack, move and pathfinding would have totally transformed this game, but you didn't do it, and that's a fucking travesty. But the game is still good, it's still worth a buy, and I'm still enjoying it.
Is that camera still running?